Introspection reveals that our thoughts and beliefs are more influenced by social norms than by the tenets of the scriptures. How often do we confront the ego, which is the root of all our misery, or do we constantly strengthen the same ego? Do we accept all living beings as entities, who feel the same pain as we do, or mercilessly kill them for our selfish need? Do monetary pursuits appear futile, or do we devote best years of our life towards them? The more we question ourselves, the more we realize that it's mere lack of discipline. Haven't we felt exhausted and drained out after watching hours of TV? Have we noted the insidious power of needless surfing on the internet? We are fully aware that an addiction, whatever its form, can destroy lives in numerous ways. Control can set us free to channel positive energy into purposeful activities. Idle gossips, useless talks weaken our morality of strength of character as well as weaken our intellectual capacity to have quality discussions. Once a woodcutter went into a forest and on encountering the lion, got frightened. Taking pity of his circumstances, the lion directed him to the treasure buried in the forest. Thrilled with his find, the poor woodcutter went full steam ahead with preparations for his daughter's marriage. He invited all the guests and out of sheer gratitude, he invited the lion. When the lion arrived, all the guests were alarmed and started to run away. "Don't worry," the woodcutter called out. "He won't hurt you. This lion is as tamed as an old dog." When the woodcutter next met the lion asked him to make a wound on the paw with his knife and meet him after a month, "Then I shall speak to you." This surprised the woodcutter. He did as he was told and returned after a month. When they met, the lion showed him the healed paw and said, "The wound of the flesh can be healed, but the wound from your words still bleeding." So in this story, the woodcutter's words did put a dent on the lion's ego, but the lion did not react impulsively. The lion observed carefulness in speaking, one of the virtues of soul, thoroughly overcoming the stimuli leading to anger. When anger strikes and you are about to speak harshly, say this to yourself: "Let me close the window." So the first thing to close is the mouth. Open your eyes and see the anger before you. After this, ask yourself, what is the cause of this anger? Did someone make a mistake or did I make the mistake? Don't we need two hands to clap? Can this be avoided? And how? All of this will lead to self-control. When you invite the spirit of inquiry, this space into your being, you don't allow the energy of anger to go out. You keep it in for a while, and you let the steam out very slowly. After this, when you are feeling calm, tell the person what has made you unhappy. Your selection of gentle words will start working on that person's consciousness. If the person cannot understand you, even your yelling will have no meaning. This small story holds a deep meaning, converting anger or any other negative passions or vices into positive passions or virtues and conveying in a decent manner as the spirit of pure soul. The quality of our soul, once put in practice, gives birth to an inner voice which serves as an alarm whenever we slide down the physical, mental or verbal levels of balance. This inner voice provides us with the serenity to be a balanced individual. Please follow these day-to-day practices to make them part of your routine. Walking attentively, looking down so as to prevent the minutest creature from being trampled upon. When necessary, one should converse in concise, amiable manner. Avoid lying, gossiping and frivolous use of speech. When in difficulty, instead of being depressed, one ought to be grateful for being gifted the divine opportunity to cultivate equanimity. In good times too, far from being overwhelmed, we need to display affinity. Through ups and downs, we must recall the ancient wise maxims: "This too shall pass." As the scriptures make us realize that kingdom of heaven lies within us. When we keep reminding ourselves the following do's, following them will keep us aligned with our true self. 1. Forgiving the gravest of faults of another without harboring any inner hatred or anger. 2. Humility and politeness should be the way of life. 3. Forthrightness in all of one's dealings. 4. Focus on contentment with what you have, and no cravings. 5. Compassionate way of living. 6. Imbibe piety, so one can freely confess any wrongdoing to the elder, teacher, guru one believes in. If our longing to climb to the height of purity is genuine, we will need inner spiritual health, not to please another or to show off but for our true self alone. When the storm of anger, ego, greed or deceit is about to invade our consciousness, we should arm ourselves with the shield of being content. No, stop, keep quiet, don't react. Practice this will help in keeping space between us and the negative vibrations. The soul-saving concept we will discuss in greater detail in the videos to follow.